Alright, today's video being like a little short, little 5 minute, 4 minute video. To be honest, you all know I always say that and it ended up going past that. But today we're just gonna talk about something simple, something easy. And I didn't want to drop this video last week because of holidays. You know, it was Thanksgiving and Black Friday. I just decided to drop this video Monday. It was supposed to come earlier than this. But today we're just gonna talk about anime gaming issues and how it's never really the solution. The problem is never fixed. So we all know the main problem for we all know the main two problems for anime games now. Either the first problem is a small company and this is their first big game to where they're handling, well, it's their first time handling the big title, or they're just lack of creativity, just like Bandai has. I'm pretty sure they have like somebody that does the Storm games and just copy and paste, which I know you really can't do much for a Storm game, but it's more you can add. But like most of the time it's just I'm gonna just say 8 times out of 10 it's a lack of creativity to where they have animes they can make games of that'll branch out more public, that'll be bigger for the whole situation that everybody's trying to do, or they just don't feel like they have the need to exploit ideas, or their dev team is just small to where they can't get ideas. Like with it's a small people that made Shinobi Striker. It's a smaller company. They've made one game before they've made Shinobi Striker. It's like some Fortnite ripoff I heard, and that game didn't do good because we never heard of it. So this was really their first time handling a big title, and I'm convinced it's only like 20% of them have actually seen Naruto and Boruto, because they gave Sarada fucking healing type jutsus where she doesn't know any heal type jutsus in the manga or show. So I'm like, so we just automatically assume she's going to be like a medical ninja. Like we just coming that off rip. But I can see they any company that really works with Bandai is a lack of ideas. But One Piece World Seeker, they released the release date for it. I think it was March 15th. If I'm not mistaken. I'll probably fix it later on if I find the right date. And it's just like, you see, they announced that game I think a year and a half ago. It's either a year or a year and a half ago, and this whole time they haven't really showed much. They showed in-game screenshots from month to month. Like I say a month ago, 2 months ago, they showed some in-game screenshots. Then 3 months ago before that, they had showed some in-game screenshots, and they probably showed one extra trailer, but that was all about it. They didn't show you don't see them exploiting the whole game out on Twitter like they usually do. So the dev team that handles that, they knew they wanted to make this game good because it's fun. It's a One Piece game. Second, it's a actual legit anime open world game to where it's actually fun. They want to keep people entertained. So I'm saying it's like it might be something a little bit different. One Piece World Seeker does look good, graphic wise, everything does look good, but you see how they actually use creativity on that game. They took time on that game. Most of the games that we have today, like Shinobi Striker, all that it was rushed. Like that was rushed, and we all know it was rushed. Like we can't get over that. Like Storm is all copy and paste. Now they have a Tokyo Ghoul game that's basically, it looks just like Storm, but it's a survival game, and they're probably making games to where it's too early in the anime to actually give it a legit game. Like Black Clover, they really could have did better on that game. The game didn't have enough magic. It didn't fit nothing like actual Black Clover game should have fit. My Hero is basically Storm with quirk spam and all. Like it's just failed mechanics. Now the good games that'll probably did good for anime game wise this year, in my opinion, is probably Only Fighters, for a 2D fighting game, which I'm not a big fan of. It actually did good. For graphic wise, it was doing good. I mean, if you learn the game, then you'll get used to it. But like, I didn't really like it because I'm not used to 2D fighters, or I don't like 2D fighters. And it just got to the point where it was dead, where I didn't want to play it no more. But graphic wise, stats wise, sales wise, everything, that game did good. And like, that's probably the best anime game of 2018. If I'm missing one, drop one in the comments. Now let's talk about next year's game and how they're actually using creativity. We got Kill la Kill dropping next year. They dropped that game. Now I'm pretty sure for a fact they dropped that game a year and a half, and they released, probably the first thing they released was like a small little trailer with Ryugu versus Satsuki, and that was it. Then later on, like 5 months later, they dropped some other in-game screenshots of the new characters, that was already from the series. But with this game, they actually explored the creativity. They didn't make a whole nother just a copy and paste of you playing the story mode for Kill la Kill. They made another story where Satsuki is the main character. Is basically what a season 2 of Kill la Kill would have been. That's what the director of the game said. This would have been what a season 2 would have been. And since Senketsu, if you watch Kill la Kill, you know Senketsu vanished in the last episode, blah blah blah. But they exploited the ideas. They made a new storyline and a whole new other stuff. Like everything for that game is looking perfect. Fighting style, characters, everything like that is looking perfect. They actually are talking about. They actually using ideas, listening to someone out of the community. They're not, and it's not made by Bandai. It's not published by Bandai. So it is actually money going into this game to where it could be worth something. Now the game next year's anime game next year is for Bandai. It's Cold Vein and Jump Force and World Seeker. Those would be the probably big 3 anime games from Bandai coming up. Jump Force, everything, like I said, I seen you in my old videos. Go check those out. You saw that I said Jump Force could last. Jump Force, graphic wise and all that, they just need to fix particles. You know, when you clash with each other, they just need to fix particles, and that'll actually fix more of the confusion than when you fighting. That'll fix more of it up. Because Jump Force was for a beta, that was set for the CAC, but I know that was only a beta set for CAC. That game was actually kind of good, and it was fun, and I was like, okay, this game actually could last for a fighting game. It could be straight for a fighting game. Now I know a lot of people don't like just straight fighting games, but we haven't seen much about the story mode yet, so there's no telling what we're really doing in the story mode. But I'm pretty sure we all can get an idea of it. Simple as that. And what else? Cold Vein. It's a RPG. I'm only seeing one gameplay clip, and that was at E3. It was either at E3 or Anime Expo, at one of those, and they showed somebody recorded gameplay clip on that. Like I said, World Seeker, I already talked about that. The game for that looks good. They're taking time and all that, and that's just like the problems with anime games this year. All it was just lack of creativity. That's nothing what that was. And next year, it seems like, unless they start pulling more games out of nowhere, out of the blue, with stuff we actually need, cough by Hunter x Hunter and the Kill la Kill game would be nice. They're just like, okay, well, you never know. Next year has a lot probably in store. I'm pretty sure I only know 3 anime games that was released for next year, and that's like I said, Kill la Kill, One Piece, and Jump Force and Cold Vein. That's 4. But that's basically all I know about that for next year. If you know any more games I need to look at that's coming out next year, drop that link in the comments and I'll actually go look at that, and I'll probably make a video on most of the shit. Anyway, make sure you like, subscribe, share this video with your friends.